It's a bull. Good morning. Hey, what's up? This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. Got the Viva live cam up here, and boy, that's a whole bunch of grunts right there. Colorful fish, too. They don't seem to be as colorful when you bring them on deck, but look at that. That's pretty cool. Big school of them. Well, here we go again, man. Take a look at this. We're up, up, up. Doesn't surprise me. Well, a little bit, I guess. A happy kind of a pleasant surprise. Look at silver, 24.94. What does that make that ratio currently? That just shot up dramatically. We're going to take a look at the 24-hour chart here shortly. But meanwhile, let me do the. Let's take a look here. 1856.92 divided by 24.94.
It's about 74.4554.
Wow. Just since this morning that tightened up. So we're about closer to 74 to 1 on gold to silver ratio at the moment. Gold made pretty dramatic moves this week, and silver is, as I said it would, play catch up. There were two possible scenarios I saw what we were looking at here. Either gold was too high, and I mean, based on the ratios and everything that's been going on for a while, either gold was too high and was going to back off, or gold was going to continue to stay where it was, climb up a little bit, and silver was going to rocket up shortly thereafter. And that's exactly what we got. Gold's leading the way. Now remember, silver stackers, I've been telling you this for a while. You got to watch the price of gold, even if you're not buying any. Gold does lead the way when it comes to precious metals, and silver is kind of following. Even though there's a lot of good fundamentals and good reasons why silver should go up all on its own, it does need a catalyst, and this is providing a great catalyst for it right here with gold moving up. And I suspect this has something to do with the big gold whale out there that Ted Butler talks about as well. Making a big position here. He suspects it's John Paulson. If it's John Paulson, man, that guy, God, he timed it just right, man. He had hit in that low 1700s when he bought in. The big whale bought in. And again, Ted Butler presumes it is John Paulson. So if Paulson bought in at that low level, I mean, he's already making a fortune right now. And I don't think this ball is going to stop rolling here. I think we're going to see some more upward momentum before it's done with. However, I would be amazed if we didn't see some kind of monkey hammering happening. Let me turn that off. Sorry about that. Monkey hammering happening this week sometime. Maybe Friday, maybe tomorrow. Tough to say. Let's take a look at the highs and lows here, and then we'll look at the 24-hour charts. Low at 1823.57 and a high at 1857.55, with currently sitting at 1856.92. So we're just a couple bucks off. Here, before I get into that, let me finish this. And a low of 24.09 and a high at 24.95. We're currently hitting that high right now. Looks like silver's kind of hit the high temporarily, backed off by a buck or so, and silver's continuing to climb up. Look at platinum too, man. We made quite some gains. I mean, we're nearing that $1,100 mark again. For some of you folks out there holding platinum, you got to be real happy about that. And palladium, a metal I don't even understand, just shot back up to that above 2,000 range. However, I've got an idea here. I'm thinking that we're going to see gold surprise it's obviously past the price of platinum. I think we're going to see gold surpass the price of palladium here, and it won't be too far off in the near future. Just my opinion. Could be wrong on that. Don't understand platinum as well as I do the other metals. Again, low at 24.09, a high at 24.95. How is that for overnight? Almost $1 there, folks. And let's take a look at the charts here real quick and see when this action. I'm going to do it quick, just as I've been talking about, for well over, I keep saying a month, and it's probably been 2 months for all I know, but for well over a month now, all the activity starting in New York in the morning, calm. Look, there's last night's close, as you can see, kind of sideways. We had that upward action. Take a look here. This was, what day was this? This is Monday right here. The blue line is Monday. There's your activity right there in between New York opening and before noontime, up activity, and the day before as well. And there you go again. Here we go again. Wow, that's pretty cool. Look at that line right there. That would even make some of the crypto people happy. But listen, gold is on a gold, silver, and I'd say platinum as well, is on a roller coaster ride to the moon. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs in between, but the ultimate destination is to the moon here. And take a look at that, man. That's a hell of a line right there. We're nearing that 1860 mark. And again, same time frame. I am curious to see with this line going up so fast this morning, if there's, excuse me, there's no way I can see a continuation of this line like that. So I suspect we're going to see a flattening out here sometime shortly. Let me just do a quickie refresh there. Interesting. Maybe not. But I suspect at some point before noon we're going to see a flattening out, and that's been the pattern. Besides, there's no way a line can keep just going up all day. That I don't think I've ever seen that happen. Maybe, I don't know. Has that happened in the equities and stock markets? Has the market ever continually done this right here all day? I'd be interested to hear that, but I've never seen it in precious metals. So at some point, I think this metal's it's going to stabilize here and hold on to this 1860 level. Looks like it is. I can't see it getting monkey hammered at this point. Same thing with silver. Take a look at the silver line too. Just crazy. But silver seems to have, where is it, 20? Oh, no, I guess not. Looks like we just broke that $25 mark. Whoa, man, as we speak, folks. Hey, hang on. Let's do, yeah, jeepers. Wow, this is going to be an interesting day, and I almost wish I'd started this video a little bit later. Maybe I'll do a follow-up today, but like I said, here we go, man. It's taking off right now. Good stuff is going on. I'm curious what's going on in the market. You know what? Let's take a quick look at, you can look at Wall Street Journal. I used to be a subscriber to Wall Street Journal, but they suck, so I got rid of them. Politically, they suck. Economically, a single point narrative. Dow's down 40 points, S&P's down 20 points, all red across the index right there. So probably not a good sign overall, but nothing hemorrhaging there. So precious metals is really seeing some wonderful action here. Very cool. I'm almost thinking, let's just keep refreshing the screen. I'm putting a smile on my face. All right, there we go. Maybe we'll see a flattening out. $25 though. We did break that $25 mark pretty handily just today. Tomorrow's going to be a very interesting day, folks, as far as precious metals. Let's see what happens. Let's move into, gosh, ZH. I guess I left that page open, but wow, man, I'm just admiring this here for a second because we haven't had this kind of action in a little while, and it happened. This is happening exactly the way I tell you it will happen, unexpectedly, and then all at once, boom, you're going to see big moves up. And today's one of them. But again, tomorrow and the rest of the week, well, tomorrow's Thursday, yeah, Thursday and Friday will be the real tell. Let's see how if she holds up in this 1860 range, 1850 range until Friday, and silver holds above this $25 mark until Friday, we're going some places, or close to it, I should say. I'm a little bit, now that I think about it, I am a little bit nervous about these moves that go up really fast because they can also come down really fast as well. But again, let's see what happens this week. This is very interesting. We've had a lot of strength. We've had a lot of strength, a little bit of strength at a time. Not, we haven't had one of these big up days like this in quite some time. As I said, very interesting day. Well, let's take a look at ZH. I'm having a hard time getting away from the spot prices because it's fun to watch. And you know what I'm going to do while I'm talking to you? I'm going to put it up on another screen here that you can't see, unfortunately. And let me just keep refreshing. If I see anything really cool while I'm doing this, I'll let you know. But since this morning, man, $30 on gold. Holy crap. Let's take a look at ZH. I hate to say it's true, but it is true. Here, you can pause it and read it, but I don't want to get caught by the YouTube AI and get knocked down the rankings. But that's about absolutely correct there. And let's take a look at, here we go, ZH. And see if there's any news about this, see if they posted anything. US, hang on a second, hit my premium. I do have a premium. And believe it or not, it's not for free. The guys that run this site just don't know me from Shinola, so I don't get any of this stuff for free. But I do recommend that you have a, all right, gold breaking up further while nobody likes it. Yeah, that comment that was just recently made by people trying to sucker people into crypto coins. Gold's done for, it's finished with. And now all of a sudden, look, take a look at this. Let's see here. Where am I going here? Time for commodities. Actually, I saw a little article, and it wasn't in the premium. A little bit easier to hit right here. Gold and crypto surges, soaring CPI sparks hawkish jump in rate hike odds. U.S. consumer prices are soaring. So CPI, this is basically about CPI prices. But I really, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe money is kind of moving. Maybe this is the risk money moving out of bonds and stocks and those type of equities and moving into safer assets like gold. And I'm not even going to say crypto, but crypto is getting some money thrown into it. But again, crypto is a very, very specific crowd. The crypto people that buy crypto are very, I won't say tech savvy, but the average people out there, the average American out there, is not that tech savvy, and they're not going to be that good at holding on to encryption. So I pretty much don't see the crypto crowd growing much more than it is. A little bit, but not much more than it is. And the fact that the Wall Street people, JP and all these big giant whales are now into it, and the CME and COMEX has recently created a ETF for Bitcoin, I can pretty much tell you that market's fucked. So, but meanwhile, let me talk about what I do specifically, which is gold, the thing that you can actually hold in your hand. There's the big advantage of gold. No third-party risk if you got it in your hand, and it's been around for 5,000 years, and it's not going anyplace. All the naysayers out there on gold, it's funny. They never mind. I won't even go there. I don't want this to be again. One of the problems I've had is I don't hate cryptos. All right, that's the thing that I get confused. People confuse me. Oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking. Doesn't know anything about cryptos. Hates cryptos. He's an anti-crypto. Man, that's not true at all. That's like saying I'm anti-casino. I'm not at all. I am pro-capitalist. I believe that providing you're not harming anyone, and you're not using somebody else's money to do it unless they voluntarily gave it to you, then most anything should be legal out there. Hey, it's your body, it's your mind, it's your money. You should be able to do with it as you please as a grown adult, and that includes casinos and cryptos, stock markets, gold, you name it. All right. So I'm not against it. I understand it though, and for me, logically speaking, when we talk about cryptos, and let's take a look at that chart right there while I'm talking to you, and interesting. Inflation hedges, gold back above 1850. Look at that line on gold. Holy shit. So, sorry, got digress. So I understand it for what it is, all right? And that's the thing. Gold, it's been around for a long time. It has a 5,000-year track record. This is me speaking logically in my head, and I know I'm a gold deal. I have lots of bias here. There's no doubt about that, all right? I have lots of bias for a product that I've dealt in that I know extremely well. But that doesn't mean that I haven't taken a good look at other things, too, like cryptos, and I understand them for what they are. What I like about gold versus cryptos, gold doesn't require electricity or internet, okay? It's very portable. It's easy to move and store anywhere. I saw on a recent article somebody was saying, well, cryptos are so much easier to move around than gold. Easier to. That's not true at all. First off, what if you have to go to a place that has no internet, has no power? Or what if, for example, you need while you're flying somewhere, where you got to? Well, most airplanes now have internet online, but no less. It requires power, it requires internet. Both of these things gold does not require. The other thing is the track record of gold. Gold's been around for 5,000 years. It's outsurvived monies, it's outsurvived countries, corporations, empires, you name it. Bitcoin's been around for how long? Okay. And another point, a reason why I like gold better. Again, I'm just giving you my reasons, my biased reasons, of course, but I'm giving you my reasons why I prefer precious metals over cryptos. And I'm not a big fan of them because I kind of understand what they are, and first off, you do have to have electricity or internet. Two things that I consider that third-party risk. The other thing is the track record. It's not been around for that long. It's only been around. I'm just going over the points I just made. It's not been around that long versus gold, been around for 5,000 years. And then you've got portability, and I've always, someone tried to make the point that it was so much easier to carry Bitcoin, but you're not carrying anything. If you lose your thumb drive or you lose access to internet or power or something like that, you're screwed. Granted, you could carry around crypto. You don't even have to carry around cryptos because they don't really exist. It's true, man. It's true. They exist in your mind only, okay? There's no tangibility to cryptos whatsoever. They only exist in your mind. That's it. That's it. So you can carry them anywhere. Anywhere you can carry your mind, as long as you have electricity, internet, and a computer to access it, and as long as you're not banned from doing it or something like that. Well, I'll get to that in a moment. So yeah, you could carry it around anywhere, but you're not carrying anything. With gold, let me tell you, with gold, someone made, oh, you couldn't carry around gold. I stacked kilo bars of gold up, $1 million worth of gold in kilo bars. I stacked them up. And in our little lunchroom, I have a toaster, and it was a 2-slice toaster. I stuck the gold bars. I got to show you guys this picture. I stuck these kilos, $1 million worth of gold, which I could easily pick up myself, of kilo bars next to a toaster, and the toaster was still bigger. I could have hid those kilo bars in a toaster, literally. No exaggeration here, folks. And if you stacked them laying down flat, they were no taller than a regular, 16-ounce beer bottle or whatever it is. But no less, there goes that argument. So, and the other, number 4 is you could go anywhere in the world. All right, you have your Bitcoin and you have a piece of gold, okay? If you had a game where someone said, all right, let's drop you off anywhere in the world and I get to choose, okay, which would you most likely be able to survive on? In the jungles of Guyana, you could survive on gold. If you had to save your life in Guyana, all right, and one guy had gold and one had Bitcoin, and there was an Indian sitting there with an arrow pointed at you, give me your valuables, and the guy with the gold says, okay, here's your gold. The Indian would say, okay, go ahead. And then the guy with the Bitcoin, what would he say? I'll send you my Sorry. All right. But anyways, that's more on the funny side. But there's a lot of reasons, and I don't hate Bitcoin at all. I don't hate casinos. I just understand what Bitcoin it is. It's in your imagination. Nothing tangible about it. Not been around for 5,000 years. In fact, maybe 20 years. So there's a lot of reasons. But I understand it, but I don't hate it. Sorry I had to go into that long rant about that, but I certainly don't want people to confuse me as a hater of cool technology, and I do consider it cool technology, I really do. My 4th point too, or did I have 4 points already? But 4th or 5th point was governments and banks hate competition, all right? Bad enough they don't like gold. If they could pull the gold out of your pockets or make sure you never put a piece of gold in your pocket, they would do that. That's why they fuck around with the prices here. As far as crypto goes, they're not going to allow it. They're not going to allow it to replace money. They're not. And Wall Street, the people that run money market funds and hedge funds and stuff like this, you think they're going to allow Bitcoin to take over their market either? No way. So here's a fact. Bankers and politicians, or bankers and government hate competition, period. They hate it, all right? So, and they make the rules, all right? So there's another reason. All right, let me kind of move out of that topic, and God, I can't help it. Let's go take a look at what's doing here. Let's see, 1864, gold keeps climbing. I'm telling you, gold's leading the way on this deal, folks. I think silver would still be somewhat suppressed. I absolutely am certain that silver would still be $23, $24 in that range if gold wasn't making these big moves. And gold is making these big moves for a reason. So gold is pulling up the price of silver and platinum, without a doubt. I'm certain of this. And if I'm wrong, for any of you technical people out there, make a comment about it, because I never learned anything from someone I agreed with. Boy, I've been using that comment too much. Let's take a look again at ZH and just see what's happening out here. Not too much in news. A message: U.S. consumer prices are soaring at their fastest. Well, we knew this. We didn't need a graph or a report from the government to tell us this. But here you go. I guess the Wall Street people did. Sorry about that. A little bit of silence. Had to take a sip of coffee. Should have told you ahead of time. Nuclear reactors. Fires attempted. Oh Jesus. Gold, crypto soar. There we go. CPI sparks hawkish jump in rate hike. Let me talk about rate hikes too. Powell, the Fed is stuck in between a rock and a hard place. They've been buying all the treasuries. That's what the stimulus. Oh my gosh, this sucks getting old. Sorry. Oh gosh, all the money they've been spending monthly, on their purchases, their bond purchases, and their treasury purchases. So they've been spending billions on bond and treasury. Treasuries come from the United States government. The reason that the Fed has had to buy treasuries is because they've had to support the U.S. government with their biggest customer and their biggest supporter out there. So they've had to buy treasuries to keep keep markets up and make sure that the government had enough money to continue rolling on. If the Fed was to raise interest rates, the cost of borrowing for the federal government would go up. They wouldn't be able to afford it. Principal and the difference between principal and your interest and everything like that. The government can barely afford to pay the interest it's paying right now. We're broke as it is. Can you imagine if interest rates were raised? So the Fed can only do maybe meaningless rate raises. You know what I mean? Maybe a point or two. Nothing significant, and certainly nothing to erase the difference between real rates and the CPI, or what they call real rates when you deduct inflation. We're in no man's land. There's no way the Fed is going to be able to keep up with this unless they pull off what they did back in 1980s when, oh man, what's his name, during the Carter administration. He raised interest rates. You remember when CDs were like 8% or 10%? I had a loan that I took over, an HS, whatever the heck it was, from a guy that was at a fixed 12%. Amazing if you think about it. But no less, I know, crazy times, right? So no less, they're not going to catch up. The Fed's in a rock and a hard place, and I've said it over and over and over. The Fed is probably one of the best captains. If you were to consider the sea of the economy, Wall Street and all banks and everything like that, and all these ships sailing, bond ships, treasury ships, gold ships, and the U.S. dollar ships and all the other currency ships out there. The Fed is probably the best captain in the world because basically the Fed has been for years, and if you really want to talk about it, since for decades and decades, and you can even go back to 1913 if you look at the loss of the value of the dollar. The Fed has been commanding a sinking ship ever since we went off the gold standard. Let's say just 1972. The Fed has been commanding a sinking ship ever since, and the fact that they've been able to keep this ship afloat with its passengers, like I said, hip deep in water, and keeping the passengers calm, like nothing's happening as well. These people are smarter than they look, folks. So they can continue this ruse for a little bit longer. Don't know where I was going with that, but I know, rate hike odds. They're not going to hike rates, folks. Just like since 2008, they jawboned it. They've never fixed anything since 2008. Think of the United States economy as a patient, as a person, and that was in a severe accident, and it's got gaping wounds all over, and it's just bleeding out. All the Fed has done was put Band-Aids on those wounds, okay? They've not gone in there, stitched anything up, fixed anything at all. They put Band-Aids on the wounds, and money, the money supply, is the blood, the plasma. They just keep pumping plasma into the patient, all right? And the patient keeps hemorrhaging the plasma. This is exactly what we got going. They fix nothing. They can't afford to raise rates. If they do, they'll bankrupt the government to some degree, unless the government finds some other way to steal money. And I think they're pretty much out of ways to steal money. Wow, okay. Let me move on to this real quick and see what else is on here. U.S. shale won't go to war with OPEC. FOMO to LOBO. What does LOBO mean? I guess I don't know. I know what FOMO is. Highest numbers in decades. Boy, that CPI number must have been really awful in order for markets just to react like this, especially gold and silver markets, if that's indeed what's causing it. Well, good. Keep going, John. And let's see what else is going on here. Okay. French health authorities. All right, nothing too much in the control. Not control. I was just reading that. Nothing too much in the gold and silver markets on ZH. Move to gata.org. By the way, if you're a first-timer to my videos, you must have them on their bookmark bar up here. And this is your homework. Read basic confiscation documentation, and you'll know pretty much how the game is played at the gold casino at COMEX. And you'll know the players and how they rig it and stuff like that. And what does that do for you? Well, it helps you to be very calm and comfortable when you see the markets get monkey hammered heavily, because it's only temporary. Let's gata.org. Not too many articles I want to talk about. You could read I think these, next to me doing my videos every day, I think Craig Hemke's probably one of the busiest guys out there doing daily stuff here. I think he does daily stuff. And Fed report shows high leverage threatens financial stability. Oh, duh, they've just figured that out. Some animals are still more than equal than others. Not anything to do with political. Hold on, but there is gold involved with this article, and it's kind of interesting. Let me read this to you. Vietnam's minister, and I'm reading to you because there is gold involved. Okay, Vietnam's minister of public security has been criticized for eating a slice of L1 450 gold-plated steak at Salt Bay's London restaurant just a day after laying flowers at Karl Marx's grave. Karl Marx, isn't that Karl Marx? Okay. Yep. I was gonna say I just had a picture of Karl Marx here somewhere, didn't I? Let's take a look at that. Where is Karl Marx? Or was that Karl Marx? There he is. Sorry about that. Let me move back over here. I know that probably wasn't even funny. The Minister General Tu Lam was seen eating at the Instagram famous chef's London restaurant Nurse Et restaurant at Nightside Bridge, which has been criticized for being outrageously overpriced. Hey, figure this: a Marxist, a avowed Marxist that runs a country, Vietnam, eating at a restaurant like this. All right. Table of four recently left in a restaurant after being presented with a bill of $50,000. Are you kidding me? There's people in London that go to this restaurant and spend $50,000 for a dinner for four. It better be mostly wine, folks, because if that's their food, what a ripoff. Celebrities like Gemma Collins have limited, I don't even know who that is, nor do I care, have limited the prices of salt-based steaks. Collins said she spent the $450 on a gold wrapped, I don't know what 450, pounds, 450 pounds. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, I don't know why I was thinking it was lire or something. 450 pound on gold wrap. My God, $500 on a gold wrapped tomahawk steak. The same dish is being served to Vietnamese delegates, Marxists, communists, pinkos. All right. A video which has been since taken down was posted to Salt Bay's official TikTok and showed Tu Lam being fed a piece of gold-plated steak by the chef himself. Tu Lam had led a delegation of the United Nations COP26 Climate Summit in Glasgow, Scotland, before heading to London to dine. Get this, these people are ridiculous. The steak he was shown eating costs more than his monthly wages, which is around £440, $590. What is unclear who footed the bill, but this is, some animals are still more than equal to others. I'm going to cut and paste that because, really what drew me to this article was not the gold-plated, not the gold leaf steak, but the Marxism that we see out there. And I probably shouldn't have said that word because I just lost another 1,000 viewers. Let's take a look at where, I want this for my younger folks out here because you probably don't know where that term, you may not know where that term, some animals are still more equal than others. Well, it comes from the book Animal Farm by George Orwell. And if you've not read Animal Farm before, it was required reading when it's weird. When I was in school, I had to read 1984 and this. Our teachers were a lot different. But basically, it's called Animal Farm. Very short book. Highly recommend you read it. There's a cartoon out there that you can show your kids if you want to as well. But highly recommend you read this. Highly recommend that you let your kids read this. And it basically talks about what happens in a socialized government that slowly turns into a socialized Marxist government that slowly turns into a pure communism and then turns into pure dictatorship, more or less. And it eventually turns out that all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. Think about that statement for right now, and think about that you could hear that statement. I could literally imagine hearing that statement from the current administration with a straight face, them telling us this even as well. But by the way, great book, Animal Farm. If you're a young person, you've never heard of it, never read it, definitely do a search online. You can read the synopsis of it or read the short book of it, and you'll get a good idea what I'm talking about. It's even more true today. So is 1984. 1984, he got that off by quite a few years, but man, 40 years. I mean, we are full-blown 1984 right now, and everyone should know what that book is by George Orwell, 1984. Where am I going from here? I'm going to go out and get out of gata.org and move into, they're talking about inflation, blah, blah, blah. We know about this stuff. You and I have been talking about inflation for how long now? Since I've been doing these videos. And now, to a lot of news and stuff like that, it's like, oh, where'd this come from? I don't understand these people. I really don't. Well, I'd like to thank Wall Street Silver out there. I post my videos, and they allow them to stay there. So thank you, Wall Street Silver, and I'd like to thank the people that watch them on Wall Street Silver as well. I'm going to get a sip of coffee. I'll tell you ahead of time so you don't hear this dead space. 1 second here. I'll drum my fingers so you know I'm still here. Okay, all right. I like to just kind of like go down Wall Street and take a look and see what's out there. A new stacker. How's it looking? I'm on the right track. Yes, you are, sir. I'm looking. Ooh, gold bars. Good deal, sir. I got to admit, you've got generic silver bars. Looks like everything you bought here, except for the Silver Eagles. The Silver Eagles are overpriced, sir. And I'm going to get into that in a moment. I love Silver Eagles, but the best deal that you've got here, what you have done right, is bought this generic 1 ounce silver. If you're buying the Silver Eagles at any time in the last year, the premiums are just stupid on them. And by the way, this is not silver. That's an Ike dollar, reverse of an Ike dollar, but I could tell just by the color it wasn't silver. Yes, I've been doing it that long, but you could see the color difference there. Maple Leafs are still under $5 per ounce. However, I do think, no. Here, news, breaking news, folks. Maple Leafs right now, the gold and silver, the Canadian said not available right now. So they've cut down deliveries or something like that, or they're not delivering as much, or they've cut off deliveries completely. There is going to be a shortage and a delay in silver Maple Leafs and gold Maple Leafs. And there has been a shortage and a delay in gold Krugerrands and silver Krugerrands as well. We're hoping that these delays aren't too long. Meanwhile, if you can pick up silver maples and you can still buy them for spot under $5 or less per, over spot per unit, not a bad deal. But Silver Eagles are just stupid, crazy money. You wouldn't buy them. So yes, Mr. Stacker, you did a really nice job here. Other than a couple of the Silver Eagles, however, I get it. I know why people want them, especially when you're new. That's the first go-to for most new people. But I would avoid them definitely because the premiums are ridiculous. All the other stuff, wonderful job, sir. And let me see what else is here on WSS. Stacking for a better world. I like that. But remember, folks, I say this all the time. Make sure that if you've got, deep temperature, you have no personal information, your name, your real name, your address, your phone number, nothing. Because the last thing you want to do is be showing your wealth to the whole world online, okay? But if you're doing it anonymously and there's no way people can find you, hey, it's fun. Just make sure you don't leave like a business card or something that shows your address in your picture. Pretty cool, too. Good job, dude. And I love the memes on here. I'm just going to go down a few more, and then I'm going to go over and get into best deals and go back into yesterday's video and try to answer some questions if there is any. Nice stack. I've been promoting 90% last year when Silver Eagles were crazy, and they're still crazy. But now 90% is just insane price. So it's not a good deal, folks. 90% is a terrible deal. Best deal out there, generic 1 ounce rounds, 10 ounce bars, and 100 ounce bars are absolutely the best deal. Besides that, if you like constitutional silver, again, dimes, quarters, and halves, too much money, don't buy it. Premiums are well over $5 per ounce, well over, not worth it, all right? But you can buy U.S. silver commemoratives that were made from 86 and up. The common ones, proof and uncirculated, we still have them available for the silver price plus $3 per ounce, okay? The melt price plus $3 per ounce. So that represents a good, and there's no sales tax in Florida on them, which is great. One of the reasons I like 90%. But again, don't be buying 90% right now, folks. The price is too high. These are as cool as looking at all those green boxes, overpriced. Stay away from them unless you get them for free. I guess they're giving away some, it looks like. All right, I'm going to move out. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to take one more sip of coffee. This makes my throat dry. I got a dry throat today. It must be this cool weather. Not much humidity in the air today. It's been nice out. It's been really beautiful. It's nice to have this time of year. All right, best deals. I'm going to keep this one short. Best deals out there right now. And I'm going to do worst deals in a moment. I guess you already heard them. Best deals are 1 ounce, 10 ounce, and 100 ounce generic silver. If you like 999 silver, best deals out there. The stuff is available. Supplies is kind of spotty and limited to some degree, but you can pick up almost all 1 ounce, 10 ounce, and 100 ounce bars for less than $4 per ounce premium, which represents a good deal. Now this week that may change, so let's see what happens. But right now I've still got stuff for anywhere from spot plus $3 to spot plus $4 over spot in the generic world. That includes 10 ounce bars and 100 ounce bars. And to be specific, in small quantities, I've got 100-ounce bars available for spot plus 3 1/4, 10 ounces for spot plus 350, and 1 ounces for spot plus 375. That's in small quantities. Your local dealer should be able to give you about the same price. Again, buy local. Try to avoid the online guys, because nothing wrong with them. I advertise beat Atmex, SD, and JM Bullion, but no less. And I think they're good companies. I really do. However, I'm very competitive, and I'm a capitalist, so it's my right to be able to compete against them, and I do. On a local basis, my customers will get a better deal with me than they will with Atmex, JM, and SD Bullion. And I always encourage you to go out and find a local dealer like myself that'll do the same thing with you if you don't live in my area, because I don't ship on a brick and mortar. I only deal local. I got that out of the way. Let's go into what's the best deal with gold. Still the best deal is gold bars. You can pick these things up for spot plus $80 or less per ounce in small quantities. Now when you're talking like 90, and I think gold maples are going to go up because of availability, but when you're talking like 90, 100, 122 bucks over, I think Eagles are still 122 bucks over a spot or so in small quantities with us. Bars represent a really good deal. So you could buy one of these gold bar, all right, for the price of a gold eagle. And do I even have a gold eagle out here? Let me take a look here. Yeah, there's a gold eagle. For the price of this gold eagle right here, you could buy this 1 ounce gold bar plus 1.5 of these for the same price you get an eagle. So this is why I say that eagles are overpriced, and you're better off buying a gold bar, because for the price of a gold eagle, you can buy a gold bar and a 1 ounce silver and have change left over. That's the nice part of it, okay? 1 ounce gold bars are the best deal out there for sure. They're, again, spot plus 80 or less. And my feeling is, as long as you can buy these, don't be spending $100 or more or $95 or more on other products. Again, it's all about money, and the more money you can save means the more money you can put towards more metal, not premium. And hey, let's take a worst deals. All right, what are the worst deals out here? And I'm going to show you right now. Worst deals, without a doubt. All right, I got Eagles and 20s on the same page, and that's kind of works out perfect. You see these certified coins right here. See that? MS62. There's 10 lead. Definitely this stuff. You do not want to buy this stuff. These are not gold plays. These are high premiums on $20 gold pieces. This is what collectors buy. And normally a collector wouldn't even buy a large number of these. These are bought by speculators who got these things pushed on them by telemarketers. And why do telemarketers like these? Because you can mark them up 20% and still be somewhat competitive. But meanwhile, huge markups on $20 gold pieces. How do they con people into buying them? They con people into buying these instead of gold bars, instead of Eagle. Even Eagle's a better deal than, and that ain't saying much, even Eagle's a better deal than buying $20 gold pieces. And there's nothing wrong with $20 gold pieces. There's nothing wrong with rare coins like this at all. But this is rarity. This is collecting value. This has nothing to do with the price of gold. So if you're gold stacking, you certainly want to avoid these high premium products like this. And the next worst deal out there is going to be gold American Eagles. They're 122 bucks over. Still, like I said, you can get a gold bar, an ounce of silver, and still get change back for a burger or two for the same price you pay for a gold eagle. So gold eagle's not a terrible product, nor is the certified 20. They are not terrible, bad products. They're wonderful products. They're just overpriced premiums. And again, anybody that deals in precious metals, that calls themselves a precious metals expert, that tries to sell you $20, the old school $20 gold pieces like this, certified 62s and 4s and Saints, anybody that does that is not looking out for your interests. They're simply trying to put money in their pocket. And you best just not even deal with them. That's my opinion, and I'm certain I'm right on that as well. Let's take, again, this is not a gold play right here. This is a gold play, and it's still overpriced. It's still a better deal than this, but this is definitely not a gold play. And as far as confiscation goes, they use that bullshit term to try to scare people into buying them, which is bullshit too. I'd love to have a debate with anybody about this particular subject, about pushing $20 gold pieces on gold buyers. Ridiculous. I'd debate anybody on this. Trust me. You get me in a debate forum, anyone can hold a debate. I'll do it. All right. Let me move into, and I'm not talking about the companies that sell them either. I'm just talking about the product itself. Overpriced, not a gold play. It is a play in collectability. Let me move in here. What else have we got going on? Another worse deals, American Silver Eagles, all right? Folks, I love these coins. They're big, they're pretty. I don't like the new design too much, but they're big, they're pretty. I've been dealing in them since, they came out. When they first came out, I think I bought my first roll of Silver Eagles. It cost me, was it less than $5 per coin? So I've had these products for a long time, but the premium, hey, the premium is worth more now than what I originally paid for my first roll of Silver Eagles. So the premium is ridiculous. You're not going to make any money buying this stuff, folks. You will, but you're going to lose more money than you're going to make, all right? You can buy generic bars and do way better right now than you could buying Silver Eagles. Silver Eagles are a horrible deal. Love the coin, but a horrible deal, horrible premium. And, I catch a lot of flack from people that don't want to hear that because they either bought them or they're buying them now. And they must think that I'm saying that they did something wrong. No, you didn't do anything wrong, but please just stop buying them at these levels, all right? And if you do, I guarantee the premiums will come down as well eventually if enough people stop buying them at these ridiculous levels. Stick with generics. All right, hey man, we're into yesterday's videos, lies, lies, and more lies. I guess I was on a roll yesterday. Look at those fish though, man. I like that cam down in the Keys cam. That is so cool. Someone corrected me. One of these is a parrotfish. It wasn't a triggerfish. I should know that. I just kind of forgot. I know what triggerfish look like. I've caught them. I've even eaten triggerfish before. Gray triggers. Good eating. Tough skins. Let me go down here. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you dizzy. Let's see here. Ann, thanks for watching. Lucky, thanks for watching. You as well, Tree Climber, and John Gordon. John, I kind of already answered that question. It'll backfire on him eventually, and I think today is a great day where it's possibly backfiring on him. Let's see what happens on the rest of the week here. I discussed that yesterday, that they can only manipulate it so long before it bites them in the ass, and that's what I think we're starting to see. Well, we are starting to see, but is this it right here? Is this the beginning of the big jump up to the next level? I don't know. But it'll happen. Robert Kennedy, the greatest trick the Fed ever achieved was to convince lawmakers they had our best interests at heart. Yeah, I talk about that all the time. Thanks for watching, Robert and Z and Guy. Thank you. What do I think about the 2021 Morgans? Are they worth the money? They won 157 for CC Mint 152. That's a whole different deal, Guy. I am a long-time coin dealer. I know rare coins and rare paper money just as good as I know precious metals. In fact, I've always said that I can teach you about precious metals way quicker than I can teach you about rare coins. Rare coins has taken decades to really get to the level I'm at today. And my opinion on 2021 Morgans and that kind of stuff, if you're having fun and you enjoy collecting it, then absolutely. If you're doing it just simply to make money or a speculative play, absolutely not, okay? But if you're a collector and you enjoy doing it, yeah, for sure, But speculator-wise, no way. Thanks for watching, Guy. And again, I don't think speculators should ever buy rare coins, ever, unless they have someone they're paying too much money to manage it for them. Rare coin people should be collector only. If you enjoy it, you collect it. I find that most of the time people that enjoy it make way more money than people that speculate. In rare coins, that is, in paper money. Bo says, can you help Wall Street by making a list of contact and the phone numbers? I wish I could. And thanks for the compliment. You call me Brain, Brain. I like that name. A lot of people spell my name Brain. Can you help WSS by? Well, not really, okay? Because I haven't even put together a contact list myself. WSS, man, they have the numbers to do it, man. They have the ability to do it. They have the people out there that could help them put that together. They could do it pretty easily. I think there's some concern there about maybe getting somewhat politicized a little bit, which is really not. They're just protecting their members' investments, really, or the stuff that they're buying. But here's my recommendation is, what I'd like to see is I'd like to see WSS get a hold of Ted Butler, and they could do it pretty damn easily. Talk to Ted Butler and, hey, can you help us, maybe write up something like a script that our members could call and talk to legislators, and, a script for legislators, a script for comics, a script for, that's pretty much it, I would say. A script for comics or CME Group. I would say the CME Group because they own comics. A script for CME Group and a script for calling your legislators. You get someone like Ted Butler to write it up, civilly, very elegantly, and very professionally, and short. And then you call those two entities. And I don't have the numbers, and I don't have the script to write it. And I don't know I could really write a script as well as someone like Ted Butler could. But man, that would be powerful. Thanks for watching, Bo. I really appreciate it. Robert Kennedy says, I admire your restraint. I can't say what I think of the bankers. Thanks, Robert. I appreciate that again. And Tree Climber. Yeah, that's true. I can't argue with that. Silver Loving Lou. Joey. Hey, what's up, Joe? Appreciate it. Yeah, that is comics. That is Ted Butler's quote. The comics game is run by cheaters and officiated by the CFTC condoning the cheating. Yep, that's true. It's a casino where the people that own the casino give favoritisms to the big whales at the table. Yeah, I'm a loose cannon sometimes. Thank you. Yep, appreciate that. And good to see you posting, Gritty. I appreciate that. And how do you view from an 80% from American View for stacking on your? Thanks for another good grabbing my 10 ounce. Keep grabbing the 10 ounce bars. That's my local, sadly. 80%. Are you talking about 800 fine, like Canadian silver and stuff? Got me a little confused there. Sorry about that, Gritty. Please make a comment, and I'll try to answer you later. And hey, good to see you posting Dead Man Talking. Sold a lot in the past 2 days. Snapped up some good bargains. Good. I hope I'm helping you out snapping up bargains as well. Get rid of those Silver Eagles. I think that's it, folks, man. This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals. We buy and sell precious metals, rare coins, paper money. And we also have an estate jewelry business and antiques, too, and I don't tell people about. But no less, we advertise to be APMEX, SD, and JM Bullion. And we're local, but we don't do any online sales. So this is why I'm telling you, if you listen to me and you don't live in my area, please find a local dealer. Keep that money local. And I think that's really about it. Folks, we're open 10 to 4 Mondays through Fridays. Again, local brick and mortar business. And please, if you're watching this video, hit that like and subscribe button. Hey, let's see. You know what? I'm going to cheat and see what happened right now. Let's see where we're at the moment. Let's do a quick refresh here. Okay, here we go. Hey, kind of what I said. It's backed off. And wow, okay, backed off. And I think we're going to see a straight line for the rest of the day. And I'm going to do this real quick before I sign out. And there we go, folks. Boom. And I think the rest of the day we're going to see sideways. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Hey, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye now.